sports coverage of the NFL International Series brings us across the pond. We're in North London and the impressive Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap. It's the Denver Broncos and the New York Jets. On the Denver sideline, you get a look at their head coach. This guy's perfect on the new season. 5 games, 5 wins in the early going. On the other side, his counterpart, the Jets head coach. His squad designated the home team here in the English capital. Here's Austin Seibert to get this one started. And off we go here in London. From the 6, here comes a return. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. So the Broncos come out, and Greg, they are led by their QB of the future. Found their guy with the 6th quarterback selection in the 2024 draft. Second season now for Bo Nix.
Here we have a guy, Mike, just really coming off a tremendous outing last week. It seemed like everything was working for him in that win. The early rhythm he was able to establish, he rode that to the final whistle. He had an answer for everything the defense threw at him. And if he continues to stay one step ahead and continues to protect the ball at this rate, it's going to be a hard group to beat.
Line of scrimmage is the 37-yard line for 1st and 10. Here's Nix to throw. They'll try to hit him with a screen. Ooh. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. And it's a gain of 20 on the heels of another big play to begin this drive.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Back to throw is Nix. The catch made there by Sutton. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
The best quarterbacks, Mike, they have an internal clock in their head. How does my protection match up with the rush and the route concept I'm trying to attack downfield? In this case, he's looking downfield, realizes quickly this ball's got to come out, checks it down to his underneath drag, picks up what he can.
That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
So these screenplays, they always seem so commonplace. They seem a little bit routine, right, Mike? But really, for them to work, there's a huge, significant timing element to it where the offensive line, the back, you can't be downfield too early, but you can't go too late. There's so many reps and reps that allow certain teams to be really good at the screen game and allow certain teams to just never really get their screen game off the ground.
Second time they've hooked up on this drive. This one good for 12 and a 1st down.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
And he takes it down to the 15-yard line. Good-looking screenplay there, a gain of 11 and a 1st down.
Well, I think it's pretty clear what the week's plan was, and that was to get the quarterback in a rhythm right out of the gate. You got to imagine as the game unfolds, they'll sprinkle in some runs. But so far, it's been their passing game to get this game started, and that last one results in a 1st down. That was a perfectly timed hit, and I think it actually saved 6 points, Mike. He got there just as the ball did, and I think it was the contact that separated him from the ball.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Throwing. Nix. They'll try to set up the screen here. And he will get into the end zone. Ashton Jeanty. Touchdown, Broncos. That's the 5th touchdown for him on the year. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
Broncos 7, Jets nothing.
After the touchdown, here's Dicker out to send this one away. Set to return is Xavier Gibson. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. So here come the Jets. Their ever-changing quarterback carousel stops on Justin Fields, the 26-year-old. Remember, the Bears' first-round pick back in 2021 out of Ohio State.
It's not often that you can win by multiple scores in the NFL, so you got to imagine they're coming into this week's game with a lot of confidence. They were able to put together a pretty well-rounded performance in all three phases last week. So, again, can they build off that? Can they continue to grow as an entire team? Because offense, defense, and solid contribution from their special teams, they showed last week, and going forward, it's going to be a hard team to beat. Take a look at his eyes. You can see the quarterback clearly going through all of his progressions, and he's quick to realize there's nowhere to go with this ball. He makes the right decision and gets out of there, picks up some good yardage, and gets down on the ground.
Moving outside the pocket.
So often the best pass defense is a good pass rush, and that's exactly what we saw here. The pass rush disrupted this play from the very start. The quarterback has all of his attention on the rushers rather than his receivers downfield. All he can manage to do is get back to the original line of scrimmage.
On fourth down, Jack Browning is on to punt. The Broncos have Marvin Mims out for the return. This one fielded out beyond the 25. The Broncos offense and Bo Nix getting ready to go back to work. He had the touchdown pass on the opening drive, and as we take a look at the NFL leaders in TD passes coming in, it's right there among the best in the league. Nix now on 1st and 10. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up 2nd down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
Throwing is Nix. Open man downfield. That's Ingram. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
And the Broncos
22 yards, the pickup there. Good for a Denver 1st down. They'll look to throw. They'll look to set up the screen here. They'll get it up 4 here as he is taken down.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
On 2nd down, it's Nix. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, take it in over the middle.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
It's been a busy first quarter for him so far. His 3rd catch goes for a 1st down.
That's good for Broncos 1st down.
It just seems like whenever they need a big play on 3rd down, you can almost guarantee that he's someone they're going to try to get the ball to, and certainly easy to see why. Clutch play by everyone involved and keeps the offense on the field.
Throwing off his back foot, and it's taken in. And that one's not fooling anyone. They were on that screen from the start, and a loss of yards on the play.
Well, the best screen plays, of course, you want the offensive lineman out in front of the running back. They act as his escort, his lead blockers. But what you can't afford is for the defenders to be in the backfield and get to the running back, because those offensive linemen, they can't help him at all.
Second down. Mix. There's a short one taken by Ingram. That's a good gain there. It's going to wind up just a couple of yards shy of that first down. 3rd and 2. Here we go. He'll try to run for it with Williams. And he will score! Kyron Williams. Touchdown, Denver.
You just don't see these kind of holes too often at this NFL level, Mike. And you can see once he got the ball, the clear line to the end zone, he doesn't get touched. And an unfortunate defensive breakdown here ends up costing him 6 points.
Point after now from Dicker. It's up and through. And the Broncos move out on top. 14-0. After the touchdown, here's Dicker out to send this one away. This taken at the 5. A good return as he takes it across the 30. The Jets offense about ready to get going on their second possession. They'll do so with 1st and 10. They go play action with Fields. Now he'll swing it out to his fullback. And no chance to turn and go. That one's good for just a couple.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 34-yard line.
Off the play action, here's Fields. He'll get it into the hands of Garrett Wilson. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield.
A gain of 15 yards. That's good for a Jets 1st down.
1 quarter in the books. 14-0 is our score. More from the International Series in London after this. The Jets have it here to start quarter number 2, as they've got it with 1st and 10. A tight end in motion now. They will run it over center with Hall. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Here we go. Working out of the gun, it's Fields. Forced out wide. Now he'll run it. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Good job breaking the pocket and going for 14 yards. And most importantly, a 1st down. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Here we go. Give up the middle with Hall. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down.
So his team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
Another run here with Hall. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yards.
From the shotgun, it's Fields.
impressive play by the defensive end here, Mike. It's his technique. It put him in position to not only make the play, but it's that closing speed that's allowed him to finish it off.
Here's the punter now, as they'll say no to the long field goal and hope to pin them deep. This is going to get out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. The Broncos offense, and Bo Nix getting ready to go back to work. And he's an early front runner for MVP of the NFL. It's the first half of the season, but as you can see, he's already leading the league in passing yardage. Nix, now to throw it here on first down. This one is caught by Reed. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. Here's a 2nd and 6.
At the 16-yard line.
Now Nick's going to look to throw. The open man is Reed. He's got it. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
Broncos first down. 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Working out of the gun. It's Nix. His receiver on the in-cut. He's got it. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9. 2nd and inches.
At the 32-yard line.
They run over center with Williams. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. Give him 14 on that one. First down, Broncos.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
On first down, here's Nix to throw. He will air this out, looking for Sutton. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up 2nd down. Left side. That's complete. It's Sutton. And he is out of bounds.
Let's add that to the list of great throws we've seen out of this quarterback here in the first half. We thought he might be in line to have a good game, especially against this style of defense. But let's be honest, Mike, he's been more than just good. He's been sensational.
A first down throw for Nix. He goes right back to Sutton. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. From the 31, here comes a 2nd and a yard. Here's a handoff to Williams. And I don't think he got that wrapped up in the line of scrimmage, and now you're looking at 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
It's another run here for Williams. It's a pickup of 12. Good for a Denver first down.
12 yards. And the Broncos first down. 1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Anytime you're having a really good drive like this, Mike, you just hate to see it stall out on the fringe of the red area. But in this case, not only do they pick up some good yardage on the ground, they get a fresh set of downs to hopefully go in and finish this drive with a touchdown.
They'll try to set up the screen to Genty. And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on first down.
A 7-yard pickup.
Here's 2nd and 3 to go.
At the 11-yard line.
Here's to give him the middle with Williams. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. Good drive to this point. Now can you convert on 3rd and 3? To throw is Nix. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he's going to have the first down. They convert on 3rd, and it sets up a 1st and goal.
What an impressive drive this has really been, and it's a combination of big plays and 3rd down conversions. Now after that last 3rd down pickup, it's 1st and goal. They got a chance to finish this really impressive drive and come away with 6.
And that play took a little long to develop. They stop it for no gain at the 4.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
Line of scrimmage remains the 4-yard line. It's 2nd and goal. Back to throw is Nix. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down.
He's got to find a way to hold on to that one. I mean, you're right on the doorstep of the end zone. And listen, I understand that hit is coming. But guess what? That hit's coming whether you catch it or not. And you get
it is brought in the end zone. Cortland Sutton. Touchdown, Broncos. This defense continuing to give up points. Greg, you've been on offenses like this. This has to feel great when you're on a roll like this.
And it's really twofold, Mike. First and foremost, just like you said, every offense in the league works all week. We want to start out fast. We want to establish some early rhythm and play our style of game. They've certainly done that. Now, on the flip side, what does it do to your opponent? It takes them completely out of their game plan, knowing this early in the game, they're chasing points.
After the touchdown, here's Dicker out to send this one away. Gibson now on the return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Jets offense going to take over here in the last minute of this first half. They find themselves down 3 touchdowns here, needing to flip the script in a hurry. And they'll start it here on 1st down.
Here we go.
Now Fields. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Talanoa Hufanga.
Fields pass. Intercepted.
And we've seen this throughout the entire game. Like, these receivers are having a hard time uncovering against this secondary. You force a quarterback to throw into a lot of tightly contested windows, it's going to end up in the wrong hands.
The Broncos offense ready to get back at it. They'll have a short field in front of them as they try to extend this lead out further. Nix now on 1st and 10. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. And he's not going to get away. They're going to bring him down on the other side of midfield.
And that's a really heads-up play by the defender, Mike. Once he diagnosed the screen, he immediately puts himself in position to make the play. This offense just winds up going backwards.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. From the shotgun, here's Nix. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 9 and 3rd down. I'm up.
That's a gain of 9. Brings up 3rd and 7.
Nix from the gun on 3rd down. There's that man again. Another catch. Now the Broncos going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 13 seconds to play in this opening half.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
They'll come up here 1st and 10. They'll throw. It's Nix. That's caught on the right side by Sutton. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line. And now a timeout. 7 seconds left in this first half.
First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
On the move at the 14-yard line, it's first and 10. Here's Nix to throw. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half.
Brings up second and 10.
Dicker's kick is good. And the Broncos extend the lead to 24-0.
By today's kicking standard, Mike, this is clearly a chip shot. I don't know if there was a lot of question that he'd make this one. So nice job making sure you end the half on a high note, coming away with 3.
Gibson now on the return. And he's going to be taken down. That is going to do it for us in this first half. So the two teams head for their respective locker rooms, and we head to Orlando.
Our trip
Scott
through the
Hansen has
NFL
our halftime
starts
report.
now.
Scott.
We begin at MetLife Stadium. The Giants at home to take on the defending champs, the Philadelphia Eagles. And it's last year's Offensive Player of the Year, Saquon Barkley. This is going to end up a touchdown. The Eagles get just their second win of the season. They improve to 2-4. With that, a look at the rest of the scores from Week 6 with Houston and Minnesota, the two teams on the bye. Meanwhile, our game has not been all that competitive, a one-sided affair through 2 quarters. As we send you back out to the broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Hey, Scott, thank you. 2 very different halftime speeches, I would assume, by those head coaches as we get set for half number 2. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. Breece Hall making his way back out there as the Jets are on offense again. As we take a look at the league leaders in receiving touchdowns, he tops all other NFL running backs to this point in the season.
Here we go.
Fields now to throw on first down. And he'll be brought down up past the 35-yard line. They get 11 and quickly pick up the first down. So, from the 36, it is first and 10.
Here we go.
In motion comes Lazard. A first down throw for Fields. Oh, he's going to be followed up and taken down. They got him. That's the Pro Bowler from a year ago, Nick Bonito. In there to drop him as he records his 5th sack of the year.
When you can win so fast as an edge rusher, you put so much pressure on the quarterback to speed everything up. He can sense that pressure coming either from his front or back side. It either speeds up and leads to an errant throw, or in this case, it leads to a sack.
Third and long.
Third and 13.
Here we go.
To throw is Fields. And that is incomplete. He was looking for Malachi Corder. And it's going to lead to 4th down.
And another wasted drive here, Mike, and they start to add up. And coming out of halftime, you would think that they would make some adjustments to try to get some points on the scoreboard, but so far, looks like much of the same.
To return, it's Mims. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Broncos offense and Bo Nix getting ready to go back to work. And he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now they'll try to keep it going. Throwing is Nix. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
throwing. Nix. He will air this out. Looking for Sutton. That one knocked away. It is incomplete. Very good job defensively. Stayed right with him. And will bring up third down. Back to throw. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. He has been busy. 9 receptions on the game, and that one, a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
And this is what can happen when you're so worried about protecting the sticks, Mike. You force them to throw the ball underneath, but then you've got to be able to rally the ball and tackle. But they weren't able to do it before he gets the line to gain, and he ends up picking up the first down anyway.
Back to the air one more time. Quick throw here is complete. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. His 8th reception of the game. And good for a first down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And there wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
A huge play there on the screen pass. 33 yards. Now a chance to pay off that big play. They have it first and goal. He's got it at the 3. And he's going to be down close to the goal line. Good job defensively to make sure he did not get to the end zone.
A 4-yard gain brings up second and goal at the 2-yard line.
Now a second down throw for Nix. And he'll take it on in. Jaden Reed. Touchdown, Denver. That's the 5th touchdown for him on the year. Greg, nothing changed at halftime. They come right out to start this third quarter and pick up where they left off.
Well, I think this defensive coordinator is going to think back to his halftime speech, Mike, because whatever adjustments he thought they made, it obviously didn't resonate. What we saw happen in the first half, they picked right back up here to start the third quarter, and at this point, the offense has hit its stride, and they continue to pull away.
Dicker, good with the extra point. Broncos move out even further ahead. It is now 31-0. Scott, thanks. I bet you it was 2 different, very different, in fact, halftime speeches from the head coaches as we get set for half number 2. The return starts from the 5. Across the 20, they'll mark them down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. The Jets offense ready to get back to work. They are in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10.
Here we go. Good. Green knife.
Fields to throw. They'll set up the screen to Hall. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. So, from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd and 8. In motion comes Lazard. Quick slant into the hands of Wilson. And we'll mark him down just shy of the 40. Call it a gain of 13. And the Jets have a first down.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Green 19, can I set? Set.
From the shotgun, it's Fields. He'll step up and run. Taking advantage of the room to run. A gain of 19 on the scramble.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the first down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
That is caught left side by Taylor. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 5.
Here we go.
At the Broncos' 36-yard
331,
line.
331.
Working out of the gun, it's Fields. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. And this defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
Fields from the gun on 3rd down. That's taken in. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the 1st down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a 4th down decision to make.
A field goal, no gimme from this distance. They'll go on 4th down. Fields to throw for it. He'll try to run for it.
I like the call to keep the offense on the line. From this distance, a field goal is no sure thing, and that's a great job by the quarterback, recognizing the situation. Nobody's open. Take off, become a runner, extend the drive, pick up the 1st down.
On the give, it's Hall. And he is crushed in the backfield. Defenders firing through. Shut it down right away for a loss of yard.
I think that's just a case of a right call at the wrong time, Mike. You typically want to run a draw in more of an obvious passing situation. In this case, the defense was expecting run, and they're able to just eat up that draw play.
2nd down, it's Fields. Forced out wide. And he's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down. Zach Allen gets him for a loss of 4. And that'll set up 3rd down.
Sacks are drive killers. And again, sacks in my mind are more of a quarterback stat than they are an offensive line stat. You have to have a clock in your head to understand where the weakness of the protection is, where I got to go with the ball if I'm hot, and at the end of the day, just get the ball out of your hand.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long.
Here we go. Green light.
Fields now. That one is batted away. Incomplete. No separation that time. Tightly defended. It brings up 4th down.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an...
And he's going to be hit and taken down. They got him with a big-time rush that leads to a turnover on down.
You find yourself down big. It's the 4th quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
Back onto the field comes the Denver offense, and it would appear they're about to go 6-0. Trying to kill some clock to get out of here with that win. This drive starts 1st and 10. They'll start this on the ground. It's Williams. And he's able to force his way through one man, but he can only muster about a yard on that play. 2nd down.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
Back to throw is Nix. This one is caught by Reeves. We'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules, and the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
His throw on first down is going to be incomplete.
I know this play results in an incomplete pass, but I think this is a really good job by the quarterback. His clock was going off. He felt that rush. He had no immediate target to go to with the ball. Instead, throw it away. Don't take the sack. Live for another day.
10 catches now in the game. They've gone his way early and often. That one's for a first down. Knicks now on first and 10. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Oh, maybe a free play as he'll look to throw it. There's a short one taken by Ingram. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down.
Still second down.
From the 21, here's second down and 5. Now Nick's going to look to throw. There's that man again. Another catch. They'll take this down to the 6. That's good enough for first down, first and goal.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's first and goal.
From 6 yards out, it's first and goal. To throw is Nix. He'll try to set up the screen to Genty. And he gets to the outside and takes it in. Ashton Genty. Touchdown, Broncos. That's his second touchdown of this one. And he's got a half dozen for the year. We might need a calculator before this one is done. It has been one-sided, and the route rolls on, Greg.
Absolutely, Mike, and they just keep piling on the points. I mean, this offensive play caller, he's saying it's never enough. I'm going to try to score with every possession, and we've seen him do that all game long.
Dicker, good with the extra point. And the Broncos keep rolling right along. 38-0.
Cameron Dicker to kick off.
After the touchdown, here's Dicker out to send this one away. Gibson now on the return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. So now the Jets offense ready to take over once more. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with first down.
Here we go.
Here's Fields. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up second down.
Here we go. Hurry up.
Now, Fields. He's going to run it.
Well, we've seen time and time again just how dangerous this quarterback can be, Mike, when he decides to tuck it and take off. So that is a great job defensively to rally to the football and hold him to just a short gain.
They need 8 as they come up for third down.
Here we go, son. 319. Right.
Fields. He's got his man. Complete to Wilson. And a big strike for good yardage there all the way up to midfield. Here's first and 10.
That's good for a Jets.
Here we go, sir.
First down.
play action now for Field. Rolling to the left. Now he takes off. He's going to be out of bounds inside the 40-yard line. He'll get a dozen out of that one, scrambling his way to a first down.
There we go. First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Here's Fields to keep it himself. And that play going nowhere. The defense all over that one. They'll bring him down for a big loss.
A little surprising to see them keep the ball on the ground, especially given the situation, Mike. I mean, you're trailing. You haven't had a lot of success running the ball up until this point. They need chunk plays. They need to score, and they need to score fast.
Gets that one to the veteran Lazard. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. Got to get it to the 28, but now it's third down.
Here we go.
Now Fields. And deep for the back of the end zone. And that is incomplete.
A little miscommunication there. Now brings up third down. It just doesn't appear that the quarterback and the wide receiver were on the same page on that last pass.
Austin Seibert now for this field goal try. This is going to be from 53 yards out. And he missed it. It's no good. Everything's going wrong. Unable to cut into this big deficit.
At this point, Mike, you have to ask, I mean, what else could go wrong for this group? I mean, they're just trying to get something going, get some points on the board, and even that doesn't work out.
The Broncos offense and receiver Cortland Sutton ready to get going again. And he's had some kind of game. They made it a point to get him involved early. Boy, did that pay great dividends to this point. Drive begins with a run by Williams. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up second down.
The 50-yard line. Brings up second down.
Working out of the gun, it's Nix, who outs another catch for his favorite target. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
So there's a saying in the NFL, Mike, short throw, long catch, and that's exactly what they wanted to go with here. Operate in the quick game, don't stress the protection, and while he didn't get necessarily the big play, he does get enough to move the chains.
A first down throw for Nix. Rush comes, they're setting up the screen. This one going to be sniffed out, blown up in the backfield.
Yeah, so you can see the screen play. The timing was just out of whack from the jump. So the key is, Mike, the running back has to stay in phase with his offensive line. If one of them gets out too fast or too slow, the back and the blocking don't marry up, and you see that's why he's taken down behind the line of scrimmage.
On second down, it's Nix. Open man is Reed. He's got it. Well, that helps. It's going to be a much more manageable third down, getting some good yardage on that second down play.
Quarterback knew the blitz was coming. You could hear him pre-snap communicating with the guys up front, but sometimes it's just the perfect defensive call, and there weren't enough blockers to account for all the rushers. He had to get the ball out quick, and thankfully for him, he got it out just in the nick of time.
Nice job there defensively to keep him in front of the marker. It's going to bring up fourth down.
And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem, and that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
Nix going to throw for it. That is incomplete. Oh, they elected to throw on 4th and short. It does not work out. They turn it over on down. The Jets offense back onto the field for their next possession. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. A throw on the move is caught. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
15 yards. down.
He'll get this out to the left route.
Complete to
2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd.
He'll run. This is home. And he will get forward for about 5 yards. That sets up 3rd down.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
And the final throw of the game winds up incomplete, and that will do it. This one comes to an end. So this will wind up a win for the Broncos. And it will be a long but happy flight home as they earn the victory here in London. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. So long from London.